Hey, hello. Welcome back to the Drip Project, where we drip some knowledge. We're still playing. I'm Tara Priolo. I'm your host. I am your resident white facing biracial multi passionate musician, and I talk about the ish that nobody wants to talk about and push you to do the same. Today, we're going to talk about something that happened in the professional voice teachers group that I've been noticing lately, as well as diverse repertoire and maybe some more. I'm going to try to do this once a week. I'm going to try to be here a little bit more often, making riffs for you about the things that are just going on in my life that I'm noticing in reference to race, politics, the things that I like to talk about, current events, ceasefire in Gaza. We'll see if it actually goes through. We'll see if it actually helps, but hopefully aid will be getting in, and I will attempt to post some of those videos and some of that content on my Good Trouble, Great News, Good Trouble, Good Resource, Good Trouble, Great Works, Good Trouble, Great Works. I couldn't even remember the name of my own section. But as you know, I would love to be here more, but I'm a busy lady, so I'm happy to be here with you today. All right, so this morning I was scrolling, and I usually don't interact in the professional voice teachers group, but I was called in as an accomplice a couple weeks ago by a good friend, a dear friend whom I love, and I love that I am trusted to come in and comment and help out in issues that are not necessarily affecting me, right? As a cisgender person, it is an honor to be trusted as an accomplice by transgender people. So this morning I was scrolling and I saw a post about a person asking for advice on whether or not to sing a specific song by a Black composer, and it turns out it is John Work, and I have a John Work song on my first album, Soliloquy. Actually, the title of the album is that song. That's the title song of the album. And one thing that I noticed in the comments is the entitlement of white people, and like this happened on the post that was asking about trans and non-binary voices, that cis people were all over the comment section giving permission, doing things like talking over trans people. And the same thing was happening here. There were a whole bunch of white people. This person in the comments, or in the original post, had said that they are Jewish, and so they believe that Jewish music should be sung by everybody and and was asking about a specific song by John W. Work, and there were a whole bunch of white people in the comment section giving permission and saying music is universal, While I agree to an extent, you can do your research, right? And when you are white, or when you are not the marginalized group currently being talked about, and I talked about this on my Instagram, but please utilize why am I talking? Wait, why am I talking? WAIT. Because a lot of the conversation in the comment section would have been best had by Black people, right? I entered the conversation acknowledging that I'm a very light-skinned biracial, and saying that there were things that there were songs that I touch and sing, and songs that I don't. Songs that explicitly portray the Black experience, of which I am Black. However, my more melanated brothers and sisters have a very, and they, them's siblings have a very different experience in this life than I do. I am white until I'm not, right? In most white dominant spaces, and just a recentering of whiteness being exclusionary. And so I saw a lot of commentary of this person was like, well, I connected with this piece on this, and the white people in the comment section were like, well, that's such a nice story, like, go ahead. It's not your permission to give. Just like it's not your apology to accept, it's not your permission to give, right? There are so many posts online about singing Black music, and the majority of composers have pieces that don't explicitly portray the Black experience alongside of pieces that do portray the Black experience. And my encouragement is to sing the pieces, right? But also not play the white savior. So there was something in a comment, and I don't remember who it was. I don't know if it was the OP. I don't know if it was a commenter, but they were like, well, if I don't sing it as the white person, then no one is going to hear it. That's a white saviorism statement. That is going beyond being an accomplice and speaking right on over Black people. So what I ended up suggesting to this person is that if they had a question, if there was any kind of question about what they were doing, or appropriation or potential appropriation. They should instead ask a Black singer and Black pianist to perform on their concert and utilize their non-Blackness to spotlight both a Black composer and a Black performer. And that was well received. But it was only well received because I was saying it, right? Because I, a light-skinned biracial person, was the only one saying it. So my encouragement to you all is stop accepting and stop thinking that you're the authority on it if you are not experiencing it. If you are not a Black composer, if you're not a Black singer, if you're not a member of that marginalized group, then why are you speaking on it? Let the Black people come. They will come. They will offer, right? We will offer. Y'all getting it? Y'all getting it? Y'all getting it? You know what I'm saying? Okay. So that's all I came on to chitter chat about. I want to give us caution about the TikTok ban this weekend, about Martin Luther King Day here. I'll do the same thing that I said in my reel that I actually recorded last year. Find a better quote. Y'all don't choose the whitewashed ones. Also, Monday is Inauguration Day, and I encourage you to follow Michelle Obama's example and not watch it, not give him attention. He doesn't need it, right? And then also, just keep an eye on the ceasefire deal. This is one of those places where people are like, yay, we did it! And then we get complacent, whether or not Israel upholds the ceasefire, right? Whether or not Gaza recovers, right? It feels good in the moment, but don't let that celebrate, but don't let that celebration turn into complacency later on. Continue to put pressure on the topics. And the last thing I want to mention here is that there is a gentleman in North Carolina who has been in jail for 16,470, I think today is 76 days. And you can go to lovedandlovable.bio.link, lovedandlovable.bio.link, lovedandlovable.bio.link to email the governor's office and or call the governor's office to try and get Charles McNair out of jail. He was convicted of a crime that carried a 10 to 12 year sentence, and he has been there for 44 years. Right? Keep an eye on the LA fires. I know Fiona Flight is offering a fundraiser, as well as there are so many resource posts. You can go to my page, you can check out my stories, as well as my threads. I share and I repost things on TikTok, etc. And I do post to my Liberation Conversations. Okay, if you want to come in closer, Liberation Conversations is the place to be. This is the place to be. Make sure you're subscribed to all of the sections. You do that by going to lifteveryvoice.substack.com/newsletters, and you will get emails about all of them. Otherwise, you're just on my but also list. And if you found me, give me a review, give me a comment on whatever platform you are listening on, and I will talk to you next time.
Artlist.io.
Continue to be anti-racist, be safe, wear a mask, make good trouble, do good work. I love y'all hardcore, and I will see you next time. Toodles!